Hi, would you like some great tips on how to thrive with the trait of a sensitive processor system? Yes, I'm Cowper-Smith, and this is video 2 in our series where we talk about a trait that 15 to 20% of the population have, and it's an increased intensity and frequency of the amount of stimuli that comes into the central nervous system. This trait is referred to as a high processing system or a highly sensitive processor, or sometimes they call it a highly sensitive person. So video 1 covered some of the findings and research from genetics, from biology, and from neuroscience. And they're fascinating because this helps us understand the benefits and the vulnerabilities of this trait. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to walk through some helpful tips. I have a handout that has 52 tips, but we're going to cover about 12. Okay. How to thrive with a sensitive processor system. One of the assets is may discern good solutions and innovative ideas, but it may take longer to process all that's occurring. So here's a great tip. Set a time each day to think and process. Some people find journaling helps. Some people find that talking with someone as an external processor, you might find that helpful. Another asset is maybe very cautious and careful, but you may be misunderstood as shy. One of the tips is accept this cautiousness as part of this trait and not something that needs to be fixed. You may make well thought through decisions. You may also find yourself overwhelmed when decisions need to be made, and they need to be made fast. So here's a tip. Tell people you need time to make decisions. Sometimes I say, I'll get back to you in 24 hours. And develop a process that helps you. I use a pro and con chart. It just helps me to get stuff on paper and out of running over and over in my head. You may experience deep enjoyment of sight and sound and taste and touch and smell. The world might be just this great, rich, deep experience. But you may also be overwhelmed by bright lights, strong smells, loud noises, some fabrics, caffeine, lotions, or perfumes. So be selective in the environments you choose. And adjust your home and work atmosphere to meet those needs. So know what you need. You may excel at design, decorating, gardening, etc. But you may also lack confidence in areas outside of your experience. Develop what you're good at. When we enjoy the skills and activities that we're good at, it builds confidence. I myself have the trait of a sensory processor sensitivity, and I experience deep, deep positive emotions, deep joy and happiness and a lot of wonderful things. But I also experience frequent mood shifts and times of high anxiety. So I've developed different ways to deal with these that help me uniquely. I've developed an external support system, helpful, safe people, physical activities, hobbies, ways to relax, and ways to express yourself. This is so important that we all develop what we need as unique people, because what helps me might not help you, but it really helped me to develop a list so that when I am overwhelmed and I need my system to be reset back to calm, then I have something at the touch of my hands. Thank you for those people that might be watching this that are part of my support system. I'm deeply moved by the arts, and you may be too. But I'm also affected by violent movies and stories, and this can be embarrassing at times. When I say, I'm sorry, I'd rather not watch that, or no, I'd rather not go to that movie. But what I can do is fill up on times with art and nature and music and cooking. It's so important to take advantage of this trait. You may enjoy solitude and handle it really well. You may isolate too often. Now, COVID for many of us was a treat because we didn't have to face such constant stimuli. But it had the downside is there was isolation and the effects of isolation. So plan your week with a balance between people and times alone. You know what you need. We often learn what we need by going over our boundaries and having to dial back. So planning is really, really helpful. With this trait, we don't live to avoid things. We learn to plan and be wise. You may be the first to respond to a need. You may also neglect your own needs, and that harms you. So have an accountability partner to help keep track of and care for your own needs. Very, very crucial. And I'm sure there are people willing to come alongside. So in summary, it's about awareness and choices. Take the time to pace yourself and to make plans so you can thrive. There's so much richness to this trait. So keep your baskets full, keep your tanks full of your physical, emotional, and social needs. And join me for video 3 as we talk about how parents can really equip their children. So please request the handout that comes with this. There's another 40 tips. And I'll really look forward to connecting with you because I'd love to hear what helps you. Thank you.